Hi Jenny,
Hey,
how are you?
good, how are you?
Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are you working on?
Uh, Post it in the chat, the pull request.
Okay. Category types in search.
Mm-hmm. I want to pass in a different key value pair to my params, but when I change this to, for instance, AAA, let's just do that. So this line right here correlates with one of the selects on the page, like this one maybe. But I right now have them all wired to describe themselves as the same. So when I submit, I can't differentiate them.
I see.
Uh, I'm trying to debug that.
So what are those three categories that we have in there for?
Yeah, they're like subcategories.
Okay.
They're all tied to the same class though.
Okay.
So I have scopes to separate them. Basically, they're just separated by some sort of arbitrary number on one of their attributes.
Okay.
They all have this number, which isn't a real ID number, but just some thing that came out of the government database called Charity Commission ID. And they sort of are like categorically different, the
Okay.
different subcategories. So what they do, who they help, and how they help, those numbers are how those ideas are separated.
All right.
You know. Okay, so oh no, I'm good. I'm good.
There
I
is
can
triple
separate.
A.
There's my AAA. Okay, so
So right now you are in the view for the controller.
Uh, I don't know what the view for the controller means.
I'm sorry, so you are in the index. What view is that?
Yeah, this is the index view.
Okay.
So hopefully now I'm gonna refresh the page once. Okay, so is it using underscores that gives me a problem? Let me go back to calling it AAA. Yeah, it's something about using names with underscores. Weird. Okay, whatever. If I want to reduce it down to one word, I can. What, who, how.
What, who, and how?
Yep, the page hasn't broken. Okay. Uh, all right.
So
Crap.
those are selections that you can do before you select an organization, is that?
Yep.
Okay. So in the landing page, you're just simply filtering data before you select. It'll filter the number of organizations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, I'm actually not 100% sure what the logic's gonna be.
Okay.
If that makes sense, maybe I'll do that. Refresh once. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, you would think that putting these on would filter them, but do they really filter? Does each one become a tighter filter? Or does it
Well,
become
if
like,
you do submit, what happens?
well, nothing. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
This is a new creation.
Oh, okay. So, okay, right. All right. But I mean, wouldn't that make sense that you select those and
Yeah, I think they would be ors. Like when you put in like that, you get, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, Sketches debugger. All right. So, huh.
what? ID 9, who, blank?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how I want to combine these. Filter by category. I should look at how that's implemented. Uh, So filter by category would be defined on organization. Filter, there it is. Alright. So return all unless we have a category ID. Okay. Otherwise, join organization to categories. Where is in of? I have a feeling this is Michael's A-rel. I don't want this down there, I want to see it. Alright. The thing is, I think that it's a many-to-many relationship. So if I do categories, it's, yeah. So I have category IDs. Yeah, I do have category IDs. So if I had a list of category IDs, you know, it would be inefficient to do this, but just to super
So if we filter by category ID, can you show me in the browser?
No, I can't because I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
Uh,
filter by category.
okay, so
Category ID present. Return all.
right. So filter by category would be nice if filter by category just took something called category IDs. And this would be rams dot permit. Is that how it works? Require, then permit. Require. But actually, I don't know. Where's those params? So many partials.
A ton.
We render a partial for each marker.
A ton, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so this isn't nested under category or under would be nice if I could do that. No, I see. Oh, okay. This is this is probably not the right way to go about it. But what IDs? Who IDs? How IDs? right? And so I would do params that require what permit b, and if that's empty, do category dot what they do dot clock ID, but that would be an array. And that's okay. That'll actually work. So I should run this in the browser before I can make any claims about what it's going to do. But are you familiar with strong parameters?
No.
Okay, well, we're going to see if I did it right in a minute here. So Rails 4 does this thing where instead of calling params directly, it provides extra methods on top of it.
Okay.
And you're supposed to call those methods on params instead.
Oh, okay.
And what it basically does is, let me get in here with the debugger. Gotcha. Params is like that. Let's see if I set one of these up right. Cool. So I'm just going to pull this line of code onto the command line. So you see that params is all these different key value pairs, and there's key value pairs inside them and stuff like that.
Right.
Basically, it's supposed to provide sort of like a lightweight way of filtering for you, so that you never directly just like pass the entire params hash over to an object. You always go through certain steps. So if you call params that require, and then you pass it a string or a symbol, it has to be in the hash or else it's going to barf.
Okay.
So it barfed right there because I said params that require, and I asked for something that doesn't exist inside there. That's not a key called hi. But if I pass in require what,
it returns.
And on top of that, I can do further filtering. So that like raises an error if it doesn't have it, but then permit is gentler. It doesn't raise an error, it just filters. So I was saying the only key that I would accept here would be a key called uh-oh. And since there's no key called uh-oh, it just returns an empty hash.
Okay.
But let's say uh-oh was an okay thing, but it wasn't here this time, but I always also want ID. What you start seeing people do is listing other keys that they accept, like this.
Okay.
And then if you come through with a key that matches, it'll let it through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so anyway, that's just convention now that you're supposed to do it that way. Yeah. So.
And that is called strong parameters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Now, why the whose IDs returns blank?
because I didn't put anything in there. I left it at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
Uh, I guess what I'll do is change it so that
So in Rails 4, if you don't do it that way, it barfs?
no, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
You can do it the old way still, which is just to pass params indirectly. But what they took away was something that used to exist in the model called adder accessible, which would barf if you passed it an attribute that it wasn't allowed to get. But they took that away and they gave us this instead.
Okay.
Crap. What's the way I want to do this? Okay. Hack.
Um, um, can you explain that in the local variable category, that method, what did they do, pluck, and the parameters?
So what pluck does is it gets, okay, I lied. You call it on a collection and it plucks out all the values of that type.
Oh,
And it's efficient. Um, it doesn't, well, it does it in the most efficient way possible.
so it returns an array?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder. Okay.
Uh, uh, Tap instead of each or map.
Yeah, well, what tap is doing is just returning the object. So I get some object, I call tap on it, I do something in between, and then when that finishes, I get back the original object I started with.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't actually think I want to do that now. I think map would be better. Uh, or even just I'll use these, and then these equal if IDs empty. Okay, what do you think of this?
so IDS is another local variable there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm making it one. The basic premise I have is that either I'm going to have one or I'm going to have none. But when I have none, I want them to be all, right?
All right.
Because, like you asked before, what does it mean? Why is that string empty? It's because nothing was selected, it was all. So really, I want everything in that range.
Yeah.
So this is pretty inefficient. I mean, it's not terribly inefficient. We can do this all day and nobody will ever notice different, but it's not anywhere as efficient as it could be because I'm still doing 3 separate queries
Yeah, exactly.
in
Exactly.
advance of passing in those just to get the IDs, and then I pass in those IDs to do another query. But that's what I feel like doing. Just get going. So what is this query term? Search by keyword. Category. What I want here is what IDs who IDs IDs. Not 100% sure that works as intended. So if I have 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 3, 6. Okay. What if I don't pass it an array though? Oh, it's going to be an array no matter what. I forgot. Alright. So what these single pipes are is um, uh, it'll combine these lists and remove all duplicates.
Yeah, okay.
I don't actually think that there could possibly be duplicates, but and not that it would even matter if there were. But maybe I shouldn't use that. I should just use plus. Yeah, I'm just gonna use plus.
Undefined method.
So clearly I did something wrong. Which one was a no class? So I think the problem I just did here.
Go back to the browser. What do you say when you said you look at something in the browser and then you went to that?
It's
To
the
that
same thing
method?
you saw.
Oh, okay.
Um, Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think that should be raising a no class error, even though I didn't want to get back.
It's funny that it'll call the plus sign a method.
What?
It says that the method, undefined method plus, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that shouldn't be surprising because everything in Ruby is a method, so, or an object
Oh,
that
I
you
see.
can send messages to. So you can call 1 dot plus 2. Okay, maybe I lied. Get rid of the,
Yeah,
there we go.
there you go. Yeah, yeah.
So having these empty strings are really annoying to me. Uh,
You mean in the browser?
yeah, coming in these params. If there was something I could do on the front end to really make it come through nil, but I don't think there is because
Can we put a placeholder like you know, what do you? I don't know if I'm calling it correctly, but when you put that, you put like enter name here or whatever.
mhm. Yeah. Um, the placeholder is all. Now I've got this annoying problem. All right, git stash.
Oh, I see. There is one. Okay.
Yeah. Um, Um, oh, yeah, I'm tired. It's like, where did my code go? Just stashed it. Yeah. So, oh, sad. What does, let me pull this out, put it up here, call it categories, debugger underneath it, and category. So maybe the query term thing is blowing it up. Maybe it's not directly related to what I did.
Hmm.
Or maybe it really doesn't like that. Let me move my debugger in. Um, oh, right. Filter by. This is now going to be called filter by categories. It's got category IDs, and then our ID and we will never do that. And I don't think we need to even join categories. It's referencing foreign keys, I think. Right. So, do I have a debugger? No debugger? Okay. I need to update that. All right. So let's plug in some crap. Hit submit. That did narrow it.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough for now. So
Is that the name of the branch? Split category display.
yep. Yeah, you're welcome to write some commits if you feel like it.
Yeah.
I will be going to bed though.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Hi, Johnny, before you go,
Mm-hmm.
can you see my my screen?
Nope.
Oh, I'm not sharing. Anyway, I'm tired. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, bye.